Ben Steele's drawings are silent witnesses of the extreme violence endured by American soldiers incarcerated in Japanese prisoner of war camps during the Second World War, forgotten victims of a war that unleashed the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Jan Thomas founded the Memorial Society in their name. The children and relatives of the former prisoners make sure that their suffering is not forgotten.
These prisoners were abandoned in 1942 by the United States government. President Roosevelt decided to concentrate on the European war. They decided to concentrate on fighting the Nazis. So these men had nobody to come rescue them, send reinforcements, or anything like that.
97-year-old Oscar Leonard is one of them. Together with other survivors, he has written a letter to President Barack Obama demanding that he speak in Hiroshima about what he and his fellow prisoners experienced.
According to the Japanese, we were the lowest thing in the world because they didn't believe in surrender. We became the underdog and was treated worse than animals, really.
But is it possible to weigh up the horrors of war, to balance nuclear obliteration on one side with the abuse of prisoners of war on the other? And is it not time, now that so many years have passed, that an American president utters an apology? Linda Anderson comes every year to the annual meeting of the Memorial Society. Her father survived imprisonment, but was unable to find peace until his early death at the age of 63.
We needed to put an end to all the suffering for both sides. We know for a fact that the Japanese had strict orders, thank God they weren't carried out, to kill every single man that was captured.
Obama's visit to Hiroshima has shone a light on the war veterans, which is something they're unaccustomed to. Jan Thomas outlines what the president shouldn't do, in their opinion.
What would be a catastrophe would be if President Obama apologized. What would be a catastrophe is for him to lay a wreath and only acknowledge the victims of the A-bomb.
Next year they'll meet again to talk, commemorate the dead and sing together. The group of veterans will be that little bit smaller and their stories a little closer to obscurity.